Intro there is a moment in Elon Musk's life that Tesla never talks about. A moment hidden behind success, fame, and billion-dollar headlines. A moment when his entire world stood on the edge of collapse. Most people only see the Teslas on the road, the rockets in the sky, and the headlines that call him a genius. But very few know the truth that before Tesla became a revolution, Elon Musk was weeks away from complete failure, not months, weeks. This is not just the story of a company. This is the story of a man who refused to give up, even when every sign, every number, every expert, and even life itself told him to stop. This is how Elon Musk overcame failure. To build Tesla. Chapter 1, The Misunderstood Beginning before Tesla, before SpaceX, before the billionaire image. Elon Musk was simply a kid who asked too many questions. Growing up in South Africa, he often felt out of place, quiet, introverted, lost in his thoughts. He spent hours reading, imagining worlds that did not exist yet, dreaming bigger than the reality around him. His parents did not understand him, his classmates bullied him. But instead of breaking, Elon went deeper into learning. He found comfort in science fiction, computer programming, and the belief that the future could be better if someone was brave enough to build it. At 12 years old, he sold his first video game. Not because he wanted money, because he wanted proof that he could create something meaningful. When he moved to America, he arrived with almost nothing, just ambition and a belief that this was the place where impossible ideas could become real. He launched his first company, Zip2, sleeping in the office, showering at the YMCA, and when that succeeded, he built PayPal, only to be kicked out of the company he created while he was on his honeymoon. Most people would have crashed emotionally, but Elon treated that pain as fuel, because deep inside, he believed that every setback was preparing him for something bigger, something that did not exist yet, something the world would laugh at, something called Tesla. Chapter 2. The idea everyone laughed at before Tesla was a global symbol of innovation. The entire automobile industry rejected the idea of electric cars. Big companies said it was impossible, too expensive, too slow, too risky. And Elon Musk stepped into that battlefield voluntarily. When he first joined a small startup called Tesla Motors in 2004, people almost laughed at the idea. An electric sports car, a battery-powered future. It sounded like science fiction. Even engineers doubted it, investors doubted it, the media doubted it. But Elon saw something they could not see. A world free from oil dependency, a world where cars could be fast, clean, efficient, and exciting. He invested his own money, millions, into Tesla. Not because it was safe, but because it was necessary. This wasn't a business move. This was a mission. The early Tesla team worked day and night fighting physics, battery limitations, and financial shortages. Everything was going wrong: delays, malfunctions, exploding batteries, rising costs. The press mocked Tesla, calling it Elon's expensive toy, but Elon kept saying one thing: failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. He believed the world needed this transformation, even if no one believed in him. Tesla was no longer an idea. It became a responsibility to the future. But the universe was about to test him harder than ever before. Chapter 3, The Collapse. No one saw the year 2008 is known as the year Elon Musk nearly lost everything. The economy crashed. Investors vanished. The world was terrified of spending money, especially on electric cars. Tesla was dying. SpaceX was failing. Elon Musk was sinking. Tesla could not pay its suppliers. The company had only weeks of cash left. Employees were scared, some angry, some ready to quit. Elon was forced to make heartbreaking decisions, cutting salaries, delaying payments, and even using his personal savings to keep the lights on. And at the same time, SpaceX was burning money faster than he could count. 3 rocket launches failed in a row. A 4th failure would mean death for the company. Most people would have given up. Most people would have chosen one company and shut down the other. Most people would play it safe. But Elon Musk is not most people. He stood in the middle of this storm with the world collapsing on all sides and refused to walk away. He refused to let Tesla die. He refused to let SpaceX die, even when he had to borrow money for rent, even when he had only one final launch left, even when Tesla was just days from bankruptcy. He said, "When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor." And on the last possible day, everything changed. Chapter 4. The Miracle Moment in late 2008. A miracle happened, not the kind in movies, but the kind that happens when someone refuses to surrender. SpaceX launched its fourth rocket, and for the first time, it worked. It reached orbit. It was a success. It saved the company. Moments after the launch, NASA called Elon. They wanted to award SpaceX a contract worth billions, and his reaction? He cried, not because of money, but because he finally had space to breathe. And just when SpaceX was saved, Tesla received one final lifeline. A last-minute investment, combined with a deal from Daimler, saved Tesla from bankruptcy. Overnight, the company went from dead to surviving. Elon Musk had managed to keep both of his dream companies alive at the same time, while standing 1 inch away from complete destruction. Journalists called it luck. People who doubted him said he got lucky. But luck is the reward you get after years of refusing to quit. Tesla released the Roadster, then the Model S, a car that shocked the world. It was fast, clean, luxurious, and a symbol that electric cars were not just possible, they were the future, and the world started paying attention. Chapter 5. Turning failure into fuel as Tesla grew. Elon Musk reinforced a mindset that would define the company. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every problem Tesla faced, production issues, battery fires, criticism, Elon treated as a lesson. He worked alongside engineers, slept at the factory, and questioned every process until it improved. When the Model 3 production failed repeatedly, the media called it Tesla's doom. Elon called it production hell and went through it himself. He lived in the factory for months, eating on the floor, showering at the office, fixing machines personally. Some called him insane, others called him obsessive. But greatness often looks like madness until it works. That is Elon's philosophy. If you want to make something truly innovative, you must be ready to break everything that is ordinary. Tesla began breaking records: the fastest electric cars, the safest safety ratings, the most advanced batteries, and slowly, people realized this was not luck. This was persistence. This was resilience. This was belief. Tesla was no longer just a company. It was a revolution powered by the failures that built it. Chapter 6. The Legacy of Never Giving Up Today. Tesla is one of the most influential companies on the planet. It changed transportation, energy, technology, and inspired countless other companies to embrace electric vehicles. But the true legacy of Tesla is not the cars.